Hey guys, happy Sunday afternoon. I'm sure you'll see this a week later. It is August 6th, I want to say. Wow, another very dirty day. We're out here harvesting and fertilizing. We have so many tomatoes that are cracking and we're trying to get ahead, but it's been, wow, it has been an effort. So I just got another harvest of carrots over here that I'm going to rinse off and get those in the house before they wilt. And then I want to talk to you about what happened finally with our peppers. Another awesome carrot harvest, which is amazing considering these have been in the ground for so many months. Harvesting carrots in the middle of August, and they still look this beautiful, and they're not woody or pithy at all. They're really nice, and there's still some back there. I've harvested countless carrots, and every carrot has been delicious, sweet, crunchy, all really just wonderful. I'll walk over to the pepper bed and show you what's going on. But look, Thorburns terracotta is still going strong. It just cracks. It cracks so easy. The Black Beauty cracks too, you guys. So right now we are getting to a place where we're starting to narrow down what is going to be worthy of taking up real estate for next year. These two plants, the Thorburns terracotta and the Black Beauty, definitely place because they're just constant producers. And look at this, for late summer, we still have all these babies up here with healthy bottoms, more babies up there, doing really incredible. So these two tomatoes will be on the cut, but just not as many because they're such big producers, we just don't need that many. Now, Dr. Witchy's is turning out to be one of the great loves of my life. I absolutely love this tomato, and look, babies. And they have healthy bottoms. This is like the joy of my heart to see tomatoes up the trellis this high with blossoms happening this late in summer. I'm so happy. Mortgage lifter, this makes the cut as well. Wow, lots of flowers on here. We're getting ready to get a big rain, so there's lots of babies in there. I just gave everything back here a very specific tomato fertilizer treatment because the temperatures are now not as severe. But you can see mortgage lifter, what an incredible tomato. It produces tomatoes of all shapes and sizes. They hold fairly long, whereas after you harvest Thorburns and Black Beauty, they really don't sit on the counter for very long. Yeah, so for those of you who have been tuning in for the aftermath of the heat dome and all of that, wow, thank you guys so much for showing up to watch that video with us, and for those of you who commented. Something I want to touch on real quick, we do have gravel. We know it heats things up, but we have it for a very specific reason. I'm going to touch on the topic very lightly in case any of you who commented or made a snide comment like, duh, it's going to heat everything up. Well, we're all grown-ups here, we're all gardeners, we do things for a reason. This isn't our first year, but anyway, respectfully I will respond. The reason that we have rocks out here is because New Jersey is hyper-endemic for ticks. We don't have ticks here in our backyard because we heat it up. We're doing what we have to do, but we do know that we have to treat the area with some more shade now that the climate is changing, so that's how we're going to address that. So let's keep it respectful, folks. We're all here to learn together, and that's what we'll do. So let's take a walk back here to the pepper area so we can show you what happened. You know, of course the heat does affect everything, and peppers like it hot, but they don't really like too much sun or too much water. And in this case, we're not really sure, but we think water, and the water was the nemesis that took out our peppers. But yeah, we started off really strong, and I will attach the link from where I actually came out and planted all of my beautiful pepper plants that I grew from seed. Now keep in mind, there was one pepper variety that I brought in from the farm stand, which was the California Golden Wonder, and I've never had any problems with it before. But wow, our peppers were doing so beautifully, and every year I have more peppers on my counter that I can deal with. I'm freezing them in big bags. I still have bags of peppers from last year, so we usually just have bounties, so we know that we're doing something right. And you guys, once again, going back to the rock issue, look at our garden. We don't have a problem with the rocks. So, I do acknowledge it is hotter back here. The peppers, however, went through something. The California Golden Wonder that we brought in from the farm stand seemed to be stunted right off the bat. And I noticed it had some little black spots on it, but I thought that it was from frost. I don't think that anymore. And then after that, we had drought, so we were watering the garden for the first 5 weeks of the growing season, and then we got the deluge of rain and humidity. and the peppers dropped all of their leaves, and they were just in the middle of producing a big giant harvest. So what I ended up doing was I was going to panic, and I was just going to pull everything out because they looked so sick. So a few weeks ago I came out and I treated everything with blood meal, which was a hit of nitrogen, because Aki, I needed to get that green canopy going again, so I wanted to treat it with nitrogen. But I knew that there was going to be big heat, so I didn't want to try to force it to push blossoms. I needed it to rest, so it must have worked. So what I did today was come out and now treat the area, since it had all of the pepper beds have some blossoms that are starting, which is great news, and the canopy is almost fully engaged. So we have parrots in case this is your first time here. So I treated everything now with bone meal. So that will push the, hang on for a second, hang on. All right, so having kids, having parrots is like having kids, you guys, sorry about that. So what I was trying to say was that I treated the area today with bone meal, so which is more of a phosphorus, and that will promote flowering and the production of fruit. So hopefully the peppers, I'm going to turn the camera around and show you how everything's doing so you can get a better idea of what I'm talking about. Yeah, so this was really frustrating. I had the most beautiful peppers that I grew, everything from seed. These were giant Marconis. I have Jimmy Nardellos and Cubanellas in here. Over here was Keystone Resistant. You can see I'm starting to get a few little babies back again. And normally by now, like I said, I have tremendous amount of peppers that I can't even process all of them. But now, since everything got treated, the California Golden Wonder, which was stunted, is actually growing back. So it actually looks pretty good. I'm feeling encouraged. Hang on for a second. Wow, sorry about that, guys. Our birds are freaking out because there's a turkey vulture in the air. So, but anyway, I've been putting this video off for some time because it's been so darn hot. But look at how beautiful the canopy of peppers is coming back now. And these are shishitos and nadapeños over here, which are my favorite part of the garden every single year. And they're showing a comeback. So I'm glad that I was patient. I'm glad that I knew what to do. And now that they've got their second treatment of fertilizer and the temperatures are down to a more acceptable summer temperature, I anticipate that we're actually going to get a harvest of peppers. So let's all keep our fingers crossed, you guys, and hopefully we'll be turning this around. So I recommend the blood meal for a nitrogen boost to get your canopy back. If your peppers are showing leaf drop, which is mainly what happened, they just dropped all of their leaves, and then whatever fruit was on them just dropped. And I know it was a combination of the extreme heat and extreme rain. So you don't want to try to over fertilize to get these guys back in these extreme conditions, because you're just pushing the plant to do something it can't do. So we still have at least 50 days in our growing season here, so I think we're well ahead of the game, and I'm feeling pretty confident that we're going to get peppers. And the other area where we're having some problems with has been cucumbers. So normally, again, I'm usually pulling at least 20 a day without exaggeration, and I hoard them and try to get people to take them, and then I make cucumber salad, and I eat the cucumbers raw. It's just crazy. This year, nope, I didn't get cucumbers until fairly recent, and now I'm getting like 3 a week. So, but at least it's something. So I also went ahead and fertilized all of my cucumbers today because they have a lot of blossoms on them. So their leaves are hanging on, they're getting past their struggle. So I am giving also the cucumbers bone meal. So they will again promote fruit to grow where the blossoms are present, so they already have a good hit of nitrogen. I gave them a little bit of blood meal too, just to get them started, but I'm not doing like a huge thing of mixed fertilizer, because I want to be specific. I want to know that it's something that's going to penetrate the soil quickly and easily. And again, a big rain is supposed to come tonight. Keep our fingers crossed. So that should wash it all down deep, and hopefully we'll have, again, we still have at least 50-60 days to our growing season. Hopefully we'll get another big round of cucumbers. Look at this beauty. Oh my goodness. So I hope you guys went back and watched our video where we were harvesting corn, and you got that beautiful show of butterflies and hummingbird action. Oh, there you go, sweetness. Yeah, the butterflies and the hummingbirds are really putting on a show for us. So if you're looking for something to attract Hummingbirds and butterflies, you guys. Please, I've said in other videos where earlier in the year where I went to the dollar store and where we were at Walmart and we were saying that they had those butterfly or hummingbird feeders. Please don't use them. They promote sickness in the birds, and I know you all think you're doing the right thing, but those nectars that come in pouches aren't real. It's artificial. It's just as bad as the stuff we're putting in our own bodies, and we're fighting diseases. We're actually promoting diseases and sugar problems that the little birds just can't metabolize, and it affects their little eggs. So if you're able to, I know you want to see them because I want to see them too. Right now they're coming to my back window. They're all over the yard. You know, we'll be back here working in the beds, and all of a sudden we didn't realize a hummingbird was sitting right there on a flower, and it will just rise up into our face. It's the most incredible experience. So you want to go back and watch the last video because the hummingbird experience was absolutely epic, is the only word that really comes to my mind. But yeah, so lots of flowers will promote all of those creatures to come. The zinnias have been a godsend for the flowers, for the butterflies and the hummingbirds. The hummingbird will come through and it will go from the tomato flowers, flower to flower. It will go to the tropical milkweed. It goes to the Mexican sunflower, and then it will go back to see the Mexican sunflowers back here. And it finds its way back here to the tomatoes and the zinnias. So every vegetable bed has amazing flowers in it. And the birds are just loving it. So try to just put a flower that they'll be attracted to near a window where you look out often or where you frequent. Like we have tropical milkweed by our back door, and we bring some of our gardens that we can manage close to the windows so we can see. So, but anyway, you guys, we are back here trying to finish our harvest for the day. It's getting very hot. We have hours and hours and hours worth of work to do. Last night we literally worked until almost 8 p.m. of hard work where we were filthy. We sat down, had a lemonade, didn't get into the shower until after 9 o'clock. So it was another 1 a.m. Lay down to bed, and then we're right back up early in the morning. So, but the payoff is worth it every time. Check this out. Look at this, today's harvest. We got more Roma tomatoes, beautiful, perfect, pristine, giant blackberries. We got these yesterday. We finished off our tomato and grape varieties. And we actually eliminated those plants, so you're not gonna see them anymore. And I did, she gave me 4 cucumbers today, beautiful. This is the burpless beauty. Look at this cucumber. You guys, this cucumber is crisp. It doesn't have any terribly watery, gelatinous stuff in its seed pocket. This is an English cucumber. It's absolutely incredible. And these are just some Market More 76. But I have some mortgage lifters that I harvested, and wow, what a gift, what a blessing. So anyway, you guys, if this was your first time stopping here, my name is Leigh. This is our backyard garden, and we hope that you'll consider subscribing to our channel if you're new here. Don't forget to hit the notification bell and have some conversation with us and give us some thumbs up. But remember, this is a community where we all grow together, and there's no need for snide comments or any kind of remarks that's going to make anybody try to feel stupid by saying things like duh or like being Captain Obvious with comments. We're here to nurture your desire to grow things. So hopefully you'll want to join us and stay with our channel and share our successes and learn from our failures. So anyway, guys, have a wonderful Sunday. We'll see you in the next video. Well, look at this, you guys. It's 2:17 in the afternoon on August 6th. I've got my house with no air conditioner running. I'm managing to keep it at 78 degrees, but it's 100 degrees outside with partly cloudy skies. There you go. I doubt that the gravel in my backyard is causing that temperature.